Hey everybody, I want to share with you out of Hebrews chapter 9 today. Hebrews chapter 9, the writer of Hebrews starting in verse 27 says this, "And just as it is appointed for man to die once, and after that comes judgment, so Christ, having been offered once to bear the sins of many, will appear a second time, not to deal with sin, but to save those who are eagerly waiting for him." A couple of things I want to point out to you here is first, notice it says it's appointed for men to die once, and then comes the judgment. So right away we see this verse eliminates two things. One, it eliminates this idea of reincarnation. That is not true, not biblical, and Christians, we cannot be believing these type of lies. We live once, and then we die, and then there's the judgment. It also means that there's no second chances. There's no, you go to purgatory, that doesn't exist in the Bible. There's no getting another chance in the afterlife or before judgment. That just does not exist in the Bible. What it is you live once and you have this life to hear the gospel, believe in the gospel, and trust in Christ. For those who do not do that, they will be judged, and they will be judged for eternity to be apart from God, the thing that they actually wanted. All those who desire to be with Jesus and love God, you can have that. Anyone who calls upon the name of the Lord will be saved. But sometimes we get into this idea that, oh, well, it must be another chance after this life. That is not biblical. Appointed for everyone to die once, and then comes the judgment. Then he ties that to, as I read there in verse 28, so Christ, having been offered once to bear the sins of many, meaning the sins of those who believe in Christ, that's what that's saying there, he bears the sins of many, will appear a second time. He's coming back, not to deal with sin. He's already dealt with sin. He dealt with sin on the cross. And with the empty tomb, sin is dealt with. That's not why he's coming back. There's not a second chance. That's what he's saying. There's no point for that. It's not a second chance. He's already done that. Our job is to trust in it. But here's what he comes back to do, to save those who are eagerly waiting for him. So that's, again, the encouragement here is for you, if you're not a believer, don't think you have a second chance. You never know when your time would end. So you need to trust now in Jesus. And for the rest of us, we need to make sure that we're not believing lies, that there's a second chance after this. We need to make the most of the opportunities we have. We need to share the gospel with as many as we can before it is too late.